Here's a thing that sounds completely made up and isn't. Right now, your heart is broadcasting a measurable electromagnetic field that reaches up to 8 feet past your skin. And if someone stood inside that range, their brain is picking up the signal of your heartbeat, not feeling it, detecting it. Their EEG readings literally show your heart's rhythm turning up in their head. So that feeling when you've spent an hour with someone and you leave wrung out, flat, like somebody pulled the plug on you, or the opposite, where you walk away from another person sharper, lighter, more yourself. Turns out that's not just vibes. There's real, peer-reviewed kit behind it. And once you know how it works, you start choosing who you spend time with very differently. Start with your heart. It makes the strongest electromagnetic field in your body, about 100 times stronger than the one your brain puts out. And that field isn't fixed. It changes shape depending on how you feel. When you're calm, grateful, settled, your heart's rhythm goes smooth and ordered. The field it throws off goes ordered too. When you're annoyed, anxious, resentful, the rhythm goes jagged, and the field goes jagged with it. Researchers at the HeartMath Institute measured all this with magnetometers and brain scans. Your inner state isn't private. Your heart is encoding it and beaming it into the room. Now here's the bit that stopped me in my tracks. That signal doesn't just leak out and vanish. Other people receive it. HeartMath measured one person's heartbeat, showing up directly in another person's brainwaves when they were close or touching. So when you stand near someone, your nervous system is quietly reading the structure of their heart's field. If it's coherent, you take in coherence. If it's chaos, you take in chaos. And you don't get a say. Most of it happens well below the level you'd ever notice. Put a few people in a room and it gets stranger still. A shared field forms, one that connects everyone in it at once. Married couples and doctors with their patients show their heart rhythms actually falling into sync during warm, present moments. There's even a study of Spanish firewalking rituals, where the firewalkers and the people who loved them synced up, beat for beat. The strangers watching? Nothing. The bond decided whose body tuned in. And McCrady's work showed people trained to hold a coherent state could nudge untrained strangers into coherence too. No instructions, no effort. One steady person can settle a whole room. One frantic one can tip it over. Quick one before we get into it. If this is the sort of thing you like having explained properly rather than just gestured at vaguely, give the video a thumbs up. It genuinely helps push it to more curious people, and subscribe so the next one finds you. Right, on we go. So why does the bad kind leave you so knackered? 3 things land at once. Your nervous system clocks the other person's agitation through what Stephen Porges calls neuroception, an unconscious read on whether you're safe or under threat, taken from their face, their voice, and their field. That quietly flips on your own fight-or-flight wiring. Meanwhile, their messy field is interfering with yours, so your heart has to graft harder just to stay steady. And if they're after regulation, which frazzled people usually are, your system starts trying to stabilize theirs. That costs real energy. You're lending out the steadiness you needed for yourself. The exhaustion isn't in your head, it's your body running down its batteries. There's a second engine driving all this: mirror neurons. These fire both when you do something and when you watch someone else do it. Not just actions either. They copy feelings. Watch someone wince and your pain regions light up. Watch someone scowl and your face quietly starts to follow. They found the same wiring in rats. Switch off their pain mirroring region, and they stop catching each other's distress. It's why you can pick up a mood off the people you live with without a word being said. Around someone low, your brain starts running the low pattern. Around someone steady and switched on, it runs that one instead. The more empathy you've got, the stronger it works. That's not a flaw. It's standard mammal kit, built to keep a group bonded. You can feel all of this before anyone even speaks. You walk into a room and it's heavy or it's light, and nobody's said a thing. Rupert Sheldrake would say, "You're reading the group's field pattern directly." Dr. Janine Kreft ties the lot together with one idea. Your nervous system is a receiver. It tunes into the fields around you, and how clean your reception is depends on how steady you are. Frazzled people broadcast static. The calmer your own signal, the better you filter it out, and the more you help settle everyone else. Which is the part the article only brushes, and it's the one worth sitting with. If steadiness is contagious in exactly the way panic is, then being a calm presence isn't some soft personal virtue. It's a thing you hand to other people through a channel that predates language by millions of years. Every settled person in a tense room is quietly doing repair work on bodies that aren't their own. We've always known certain people are good to be near. Now we can measure why. So choose your rooms like they matter, because biologically they do. Build your own steadiness so you're the clear signal, not the one getting drowned out. The fields are running whether you clock them or not. The only question is whether you've learned to work with them on purpose. If you want the full picture, all the studies, the polyvagal detail, and the rest, the proper long read is waiting at consciousnesspartnership.com.